Make it quick. I'm trying to plan my next hunting trip. There isn't a thing on God's green earth more relaxing than firing a 308 round 150 yards down a mountainside directly into a Yogwai's heart. Here on the battlefield, we're all just worker ants. We follow a strict chain of command and everyone functions as a cohesive unit. There's no room for heroics. But the second it's you and your rifle in the forest, you're an apex predator. A warrior showcasing the superiority of man. Used to be. The NCR back in my day was filled with a bunch of cold-hearted killers. Anymore, they're too focused on strategy and economic efficiency. Bunch of fucking pansies, if you ask me. Hell, I remember when I was leading the first cav against a bunch of cons. We had no more than some service rifles, leather armor, and combat knives. We didn't have no fancy vertibirds, artillery strikes, or ranger battalions in standby. We had our knives and teeth full of grit. These days, I think even a fully armored trooper would soil himself if face to face with a con. Nah, discharged me after we raised a raider village. Found my tactics inhumane and a poor representation of the NCR's moral compass. Funny though, those same raiders had been raping and pillaging nearby towns for decades before we came in. We gave them a little taste of their own medicine, and somehow we're the bad guys? Hell, a Crimson won't even give you the decency of raising your village and letting you run off. No, they enslave you, brainwash your children, and take away your sense of identity. I'm telling you, kid, my pawpaw used to tell me to fight dirt with dirt. We ain't winning this war with pussies like Shu in charge. Yep. Owned and operated for about 2 years now. Decided after my last tour that good troopers weren't getting enough in return for their skill set. Hell, half the berets come back from service without caps or a home. Having good ties with the 1st Cavalry, I started recruiting from the Army with the help of Oliver. Some of the newer berets showing promise but getting cut out of good deals get sent my way. Most of them make at least twofold what they would in Spec Ops, and mission bonuses are a good way to top it all off for them. Simple. The Army's inflated to hell. Recruitment is at an all-time high and conscription has been going for a while now. The problem is that Congress simultaneously wants manpower and efficiency. Can't have both. It's either a meat grinder or a standstill. Ultimately, if Congress has to decide, they'd rather see a cheap meat grinder. No room to be losing valuable men, so naturally Spec Ops doesn't see a lot of action. No point in letting all this talent go to waste, so Oliver lets me buy out their contracts. And between you and me, I think my boys have killed more legionaries than all of the NCR Special Forces combined. I'm turning these greenies into seasoned vets. You know, he ain't too bad. Typically, pencil pushers and cash cows are in the same category as pansies and pussies. But Booth, he's honest about what he does. A lot of these guys back in Cali will fuck everything in sight, then play the good guy when they're in the newspaper or in a hearing before Congress. Booth doesn't give a fuck. He does what he wants, and he's unapologetic about it. He'll fuck you and your wife, then proceed to throw a stack of caps on the table to shove up your ass. Not to mention the guy actually does help the economy. Since Booth has been on top, food's been at an all-time low price, and folks working for him get cut some sweet deals on work and education. Yep. See the paycheck.